My friends are posting about the National Museum of Rio de Janeiro, which is on fire. It's a massive fire. It is burning like the set of a disaster movie. It's, it's a grand neoclassical monument, 200 years old, with marble columns, like the Met, like the White House, and it is blazing. It is a victim of government neglect and the 1-2 punch of faulty wiring and busted fire hydrants. And George, my producer, with his elegant fingers, he types on Facebook, devastating. They never get tired of burning our story, our past. A crime of ignorance against the people of Brazil. The National Museum of Rio de Janeiro is on fire. Millions of works of art are at risk. Help! I turned to YouTube to watch it live, feeling this weird mix of dread, plus a feeling of gnawing sadness, which is, well, it's a feeling I remember from when my dad died. It is grief. And I'm not sure why, really. I've been to Rio a few times, but never been to that museum, never wanted to go. But there is something about watching a museum burn. You can't look away. You can't help but be dazzled. Flames inside a marble mansion, the beautiful city burning. But also, of course, it's a crime scene because, quite simply, museums are not supposed to burn, not like that. And those that allow them to burn are, like, definitionally, to me, barbarians. And because this is 2018, I then naturally start thinking of Trump. How he couldn't care less if this museum burned, if they all burned. And worse, I know there are people like him, people who secretly hate museums, people who would laugh to see them burn. Wait, worse, people who are standing beside museums right now, torches in hand, ready to light them up. I am not being overdramatic. I text George. I say, George, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? He texts back, they're burning it down. I say, who is? He says, the staff begged for help. They begged for the government to fix the wiring. Nobody cared. I say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Then the 3 dots, then nothing. Then the 3 dots, and then, but we won't cry, David. We will write a new story that can never be burned. Classic George. By the end of the night, the museum is gone, and with it the only records of 300 indigenous languages, art attesting to the birth of Afro-Brazilian culture, and so much else. By the end of the month, a man is elected president of Brazil who represented everything George was railing against, everything that allowed that museum to burn. But by then, George himself is gone. George is dead at the age of 28 of a bacterial infection. And I can't breathe. I text all our friends in Rio. What happened? Was he sick? Is the family covering up a suicide? And they text back, no. He died in a hospital. It was a bacterial infection. And I think, how is that possible? And I think, that's not possible. And I feel the rumble of an old fear. Are you okay, David? My husband says, and I turn to him and my face is wet. And I push down the fear because it is 2018 and that would be crazy, right?